If you've ever used a multimeter, you've probably had used the continuity mode. It works simply. If there is a solid connection, it beeps. If there is no connection, it stays silent. But there are a couple of catches. First, have you ever tried use it to check the quality of a cable or connector? When the contacts is almost perfectly constant and you are jiggling the wire to the endless annoying wail of the multimeter, trying to find exactly where the connection drops. And it might drop for just a fraction of a second. Will you ever catch that? Second, if we dive a bit deeper, the continuity threshold is usually around 50 ohms. Anything below this 50 ohms, the tester reads as a contact. Anything above, there is a no connection. Most of the circuits should treat, for example, 20 ohms as a bad contact. But your multimeter beeps. Then everything is okay? Crazy thought, but have you ever wanted to actually adjust that threshold? Actually, one day I designed a gadget for a completely different purpose, but in the process I accidentally solved both of these problems. Here is how it went down. The idea to build this device sparked when I decided to power up my desktop PC directly from batteries, without AC. You can find the whole explanation of this idea in my 2 other videos. Link here. I was just checking the output voltage quality of the DC to DC converter. Sometimes the suspicious voltage sag was happening. At the time, I threw together a simple circuit using a comparator and a transistor flip-flop to detect quick voltage spikes. I wasn't a huge fan of the discrete transistor flip-flops. It technically worked, but it was sluggish and didn't always catch super brief voltage drops. So when exploring other solutions, I turned my attention to an old computer monitor gathering dust in my pantry. It had this neat little IC inside. This IC contains 2 identical blocks that connect as a flip-flop and also create pulses with some fixed duration. I explained how it works in my previous video. You can check it out here. So this chip has 2 separate blocks. I used one to trigger LED indicators and the other for an audio alert. The result was a pretty sweet little circuit that lets you know exactly when the voltage dips below a set threshold. That threshold, by the way, is also configurable by this potentiometer. By the way, I condensed hours of work into just a few minutes for this video. But if you're interested in hardcore electronics and want to see the full uncut process of designing, soldering and testing this entire build, I just uploaded the whole thing for my channel sponsors. I'll leave a link below. I wanted this to feel like a finished tool, so I designed a custom PCB. I imagine the board at home today, because I simply don't have the patience to wait for shipping. After a little brainstorming, I realized that with a tiny tweak to the input circuit, I could transform this gadget into a continuity tester. The idea is that comparator has a voltage divider on its input, made of 2 precise resistors. And when you put the probes instead of one of the resistors in this divider, you can actually measure resistance instead of voltage. So I threw it another toggle, a mode switch. Now it operates a lot like a standard multimeter's continuity mode, but with a twist. Instead of a constant wail, it just gives a short beep the instant contact is made. And we can flip the polarity here too. When we do, the device stays dead silent where there is a solid connection, and only beeps the exact moment that contact is lost. It is absolutely perfect for testing the reliability of sketchy connections. I'll show how this works in just a few minutes. This right here is a threshold dial for voltage or resistance, depending on what mode you are in. I made sure to include input protection for the probes too. So I salvaged the AC from an old monitor, probe jacks and precision resistors from an old multimeter, and finally the lithium-ion cell from an old laptop.
Hello.
Some components though should be bought, but they are not that expensive. The whole thing is powered by a lithium-ion battery, complete with a built-in charging board. In the past, you guys roasted me for using micro USB, so I used Type-C for this build. After lining up the LEDs, I popped on some nice button caps. Next up is the enclosure, split into two halves. I'm 3D printing a sleek little custom knob for the potentiometer. Here's a quick look at how it will all feel together. The case is fresh off the printer. Now it just needs a good looking faceplate. I'm designing a custom scale for the dial. And eventually all the buttons and knobs are clearly labeled. Time to slot everything into place and assemble the final unit. Alright, time to demonstrate this thing in action. Just a quick reminder, it has 4 distinct modes, depending on how you set the mode and polarity switches. I'll start with the resistance measurement mode, what we normally call the continuity tester. The massive difference between this probe and your standard multimeter is that it only reacts the exact moment contact is made or broken, whereas a normal multimeter screams at you the entire time they're touching. A great way to show this off is by hooking a reed switch up to the probes. Depending on the polarity setting, the probe will either chirp when the contact is made or when it breaks. Sound alarms each time the contact changes. Instead, the LEDs remember the state and turn red till you manually reset them by this button. So even if you miss the beep, you can look at the LEDs and check if the contact was changed in the past. The bonus feature of this continuity mode is the adjustable trigger threshold. That's what this light gray scale on the dial is for. Those are resistance units. For example, let's grab a low resistance rheostat and test out a few different threshold settings. As the resistance approaches our set threshold, the alarm triggers. The rheostat actually laid in the box for a long time, and thus has a thin oxide film on it. So at first, this device beeps constantly because the contact is spotty. But if we move it back and forth to break that oxide in, the connection clears right up. Now you can clearly see that in one mode the alarm trips when the resistance goes up, and in the other mode it trips when it drops. You can also use this to check the stability of a power supply's output voltage. Let me show you an example using a lab bench power supply. Here is the alarm going off when the voltage dips below a 5-volt threshold. And here it is the opposite mode, alerting us when the voltage surges past 12 volts. You could even use this to detect voltage sag in a battery under load. If you guys have any other cool ideas on how to use this gadget, drop them down in the comments below. I'm really digging the final aesthetic of this device. It gives off some serious 80s retro vibes. Honestly, there is nothing more inspiring than the process of creating something new. Watching an idea pop into your head and then transforming it into a physical working object. Also, a huge thanks to everyone who supports the channel. If you want to dive deeper and see the full behind-the-scenes build of this continuity tester, consider becoming a channel member. It's a great way to support my work and get some extra nerdy content. The links are down in the description. Thanks for tuning into the channel, and may all your ideas come to life.